Liberty Hospital Activity Complex. Tonight's Ivy High School Game of the Week, Suburban Red Conference football and a city rivalry game. As number 3, Liberty North 3-0 takes on number 15, Liberty. They are 2-1 on the year. Hi everybody, Kevin Wyke along with Johnny Beck. This is the Ivy High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Whether you call it the Battle of the Birds or Battle of Liberty, this is a big city rivalry game, and Liberty is looking for some revenge. Liberty North got their first ever win last year in this game.
Yeah, and these coaches don't have to add a lot of hype to this game, as a lot of these kids grew up playing against each other. If anything, they're going to have to tell their kids, keep your emotions low. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Make sure no stupid penalties.
Time now for the Hy-Vee player profile. Running backs in the spotlight. This bruiser's named Keyshawn Turner for Liberty North.
And he's a guy last year that had the game-winning touchdown run for Liberty North, so Liberty's very familiar with these guys. He's a big guy. He's hard to bring down, and they're going to look for him to have a big game tonight.
And for the Blue Jays, it's Wintrick Williams III.
And Wintrick's a guy that we've had earlier in the season. He's a bruiser. They're going to give him a lot of touches. They'll spell him when needed, but he's their featured back.
No hype for this one. Liberty North on the road taking on Liberty. It's the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week right here on Spectrum Sports. The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School Athletics. And we're down on the field at Ivy Field here at Liberty, Missouri. Great to have you with us on your Friday night as we've got a Suburban Red Conference city rivalry matchup. As we go down on the field, the captains are approaching the Blue Jay on the field with the referee in charge, Phil Stompoli, and our coin toss for the game going to be had as you take a look at the two coaches. Chad Freegon in the blue shirt, and the dark blue shirt is Greg Jones, coach of Liberty North. Two veteran coaches, captains exchanging pleasantries as we get ready to have the coin toss. And these squads, it's only the 5th meeting. Sometimes you forget that Liberty North only opened up in 2010, and they were a Class 4 team when they first started out. They slowly built up to a Class 5. Now they're a Class 6, and now they're actually bigger than Liberty as far as student population, as that area of Liberty is really a growing, prospering area. So more students now at North than at High, as Phil Stompoli with some last-second instructions to the captains. Last year's game was 21-17 at Liberty North, beating Liberty. That was the first win ever. Series is 3-1 Blue Jays, and this will be the 5th meeting overall. Stompoli going over some last-second instructions, and we are ready for the coin toss. As there is Chad Freegon, who was a longtime assistant, 16 years as an assistant before he took over as head coach. Now he's in his 9th year. Worked under Dan Anderson, Pat Hansen, and Joel Wells. So he's in his 25th year at Liberty High School. This team 2-1, wins over Lee Summit and Truman last week. At Sandwich Inn, they lost to Park Hill. Now that's the common opponent as far as you're looking at these schools. Along with Truman, Park Hill got beat by Liberty North 24-3. So Liberty North won the opening coin toss, deferred their option to the second half. So the Blue Jays are going to be on offense first here on their home field. And the place is packed. There you see the Liberty North side. They're doing a whiteout tonight. And they've got the neon party over on the home side, the Liberty side. And Johnny, you were saying As we were getting ready for the broadcast, there's not too many seats left in this place. You better have got here and got a seat, or otherwise you're going to be standing tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around the fence standing. Not a bad seat in the house, to be honest, with the bleachers being as close as they are to the field. But pretty much everybody in Liberty that didn't have anything going on, they're here tonight watching.
And the Blue Jays come out on the field in the all blue and gray numerals. There's Liberty North in the white pants and white jerseys with the Navy helmets and the Navy numerals. And kicking off will be the young freshman, Blake Craig. Like Parker Campbell back there. Caden Dennis back there as well. The return for the Liberty Blue Jays across the 20-yard line by Parker Campbell, who also plays safety. And we get our first look at Luke Smith, the junior starting quarterback, having to fill the big shoes of Alex Roush, who's now at Northwest Missouri State. Thus far on the year, 6 touchdown passes, 3 INTs, completing 55% of his passes.
He's got 5 guys up front that are returning from last year, so he's definitely got confidence with his guys up front to move the line of scrimmage.
Stacked wide receivers, empty set, quick pass is batted down, incomplete. Garrett Lynn has really been a difference maker on the defensive line for North. Sets up a 2nd down and 10.
You just see right there getting the hand up. Obviously, if you can't get to the quarterback, your coach should get your hands up. Just try and get that ball knocked down. Garrett Lennon does a good job of disrupting that pass play.
Here's your starting lineup brought to you by Concord Career College. You can start your healthcare career in months, not years. To find out more, visit concord.edu. There's the backs and receivers for the Blue Jays as the quarterback going to take off and run. And a strong run by Luke Smith, about a yard short of the 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like downfield. The coverage was pretty good, so Luke Smith just does the next best option. Tucks that ball, gets upfield.
As we continue with the starting lineup, and still leaving them 3rd down and 5, I beg your pardon. As Luke Smith got a good gain, but still going to be about 3rd down and 5 facing the Blue Jays. Blake Fordyce is their big play wide receiver. Smith scrambling, throwing wide, incomplete to the near side, and was intended for Blake Fordyce, incomplete, as Diamond Priester had the coverage for North.
Well, Liberty North drops 8 guys in the secondary, not leaving Luke Smith a lot of options. He does his best job, just kind of throw the ball out to his receiver. If he doesn't catch it, the ball's going to go out of bounds. Good job, Liberty North, on that first defensive possession.
Looks like a 3 and out for the Blue Jays as the punt team out with Ethan Brown as your punter.
Liberty's going to be punting into a little bit of wind here, so we'll see if that affects the way that they approach this punt.
Warren Bennett III is deep back for this rugby-style punt. And he fields it on a couple of hops. And not going very far as he gets it to the 40-yard line.
32-yard pump.
Not much on the return, and now we get our first look at this guy, Jake Van Dyne, 6'4", 200-pound senior. Say he's a pocket passer, 2nd team All-League last year. A big, strong-arm quarterback for Liberty North. Definite college potential.
Yeah, you like the size there. He's going to be able to make a lot of those throws over the line of scrimmage.
Working with the breeze, as Johnny mentioned, a little south breeze, about 15 miles an hour at his back. Turner in the backfield, or make it Zach Willingham Davis. We'll see both of them tonight, and not much doing as he is shut down by Ryan Olivas from the secondary for Liberty.
And Olivas does a really good job of shedding his blocker, making that tackle.
Liberty did a pretty good job of pushing Turner to the sideline, and Olivas just finishes it off.
Geisert, one of their top offensive linemen. Matthews, probably their top wide receiver, but Rockers and Bennett very good. Jeunesse, probably their most improved player. So they decided to go with Willingham Davis instead of Keyshawn Turner. They'll both run the football, and they're both big, strong, fast backs. As here's the pass, knocked away. Nice defense, Michael Book for Liberty.
And Book almost picks that ball off. He gets that ball picked off. Looks like he's got nothing but green grass in front. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass, but it's going to force a 3rd and long here for Liberty North. We'll see if the Liberty defense decides to send some pressure, if they're just going to kind of sit back and force this Liberty North passing game to pick up this 1st down.
Down at 11, the pump fake, passing middle, and has his man, Tyler Jeunesse, for a 1st down into Liberty territory just inside the 40-yard line to the 39.
Van Dyne throws a strike across the middle. He's able to kind of sit in there, go through his reads.
22 yards on the hookup.
Yeah, picking up the 1st down. It's a big 1st down pickup on 3rd and 12.
Team likes to play fast, and Willingham Davis going to be taken down by his ankles, as that was Jack Horn, the defensive lineman, the junior.
And we're talking about bringing these big running backs down. You got to go around the legs, got to make sure you stop them momentum. If you try and tackle them up high, these guys are big and strong. They'll just kind of shed you off. Horn does a good job right there of getting him wrapped up and allowing his teammates to come up and finish the job off.
2nd down and long, screen pass to Willingham Davis, and he'll run for the 1st down as he's inside the 30, down near the 27-yard line. Be a gain of 12 yards on a little screen pass to Zach Willingham Davis.
Yeah, great execution right there. You see the Liberty North offensive lineman just kind of push the Liberty defensive lineman up the field. Van Dyne sits in there, throws a good ball to his running back, picks up that 1st down. If you're the Liberty D-line, you got to notice that the linemen are bailing on you, and you just got to retreat, try and get that running back from behind.
Keyshawn Turner in the ball game. Keyshawn, who had the game-winning score in last year's game, finds going a little tough toward the Liberty sideline. Maybe a yard on the play. We'll see both these backs, Willingham Davis and Turner, and they're both 6', 200-pound bruisers.
You see Jack Horn again coming on that backside, does a good job of disrupting that play. See a lot of blue jerseys around the ball. It's what it's going to take to bring these running backs down consistently.
That's 77 yards, including the game-winning touchdown last year in the 21-17 victory for North. And here's Jeunesse on a jet, breaks a tackle, and finally wrestled down just inside the 25-yard line. Michael Book got a early piece of him, the outside linebacker.
When you see Book out here on the outside, again, he's shedding his blocker, just does a good job of getting his hand on a jersey. We're talking about these guys gang tackling. That's going to be important tonight. Already seen Liberty North convert one long third down. See if they can do it again here.
3rd down and 8. Plenty of time, throwing to the end zone. Pass broken up, looking for Jeunesse. There were 2 Blue Jays in the area, as Ryan Olivas had the coverage. There's a guy in the Liberty secondary that's really been playing well. He has 3 interceptions on the year, including one last week in the win over Truman.
Jeunesse kind of turns into the defensive back right there for Liberty North, just going up, ensuring that Olivas doesn't intercept that ball. Saw a little bit of a late guy coming through for Liberty on the pressure. Might have forced Van Dyne to get rid of that ball a little bit early.
Well, the freshman going to try a long field goal of 42 yards. Van Dyne the hold, the kick with wind aided, and he pulled it. no good.
He had the distance.
Yeah, he hit it really nicely. Just kind of veered to the left. The wind behind the pigskin, but it sails wide, and Liberty holds and will take over on offense as Matthew Henning all fired up as he comes back on the field. Yeah, he got a lot of height on this ball, got it up in the wind, but just
kind of carried on him a little bit.
Yep.
But you're kind of in the, you're in the area of the field where you're not going to punt the ball, and might be a little bit too long to go for it on 4th down. I like giving the kicker an early opportunity right there to put points on the board.
And Williams is blown up on the play, nothing doing. As making the stop was Stevenson and DeMeyer, the 2 inside linebackers for the Eagles. And it'll be a tackle for a loss. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Looked like Liberty North kind of took their chances on a run play happening right there and sent their linebackers downhill. Williams is one of those guys, he's tough to bring down as well. Anytime you can get in the backfield before he gets going, that's definitely the easiest time to get him down to the ground.
There's Williams up the middle again, and it's going to be tough to run against that Liberty North defense. They're only allowing 9 points per game. Alex Miller involved in the stop along with Mitch DeMeyer. These guys are the linebacking core for Greg Jones's team.
And you see here Williams gets past the line of scrimmage and was just met by those Liberty North linebackers. They're going to be active all night.
Only given up 3 points in their last 2 games. Got a couple of big wins over Lee Summit North and Park Hill. Swing pass out of the backfield out to the 30-yard line.
See where they mark him, it's going to be close. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
That was Caden Dennis. A little swing pass. He was in motion and then caught the pass toward the sideline. It's going to be still 4th down. About a yard and a half, 2 yards short. And the punt team coming out for Liberty.
Back deep for the Eagles, 14. Warren Bennett, the 3rd.
Like Haas was the guy who knocked him out of bounds there, preventing the 1st down pickup.
Once again, Brown at 32 on his first punt, and he's punting against the wind. He's keeping it low out of the wind, gets a nice roll with that rugby-style punt, and it'll get it down to the 35-yard line. So, about a 36-yard punt this time, and want to beat that southerly wind, keep it low out of the wind, and get a good roll. That's what he's been doing.
Yeah, you talk about the net punting, and that's the most important thing. Sometimes these guys, outkick their coverage, so Liberty's kind of elected to do that rugby style, and it seems to be working for them as they're not giving up any return yards.
Greg Jones in his 3rd year, 22nd year overall. Won a couple of state titles from the Kearney Bulldogs. Coached at Kearney, Park Hill South, Odessa. Also had a little stint down in Arkansas at Van Buren. Native of Louisiana. Still got his Louisiana accent. He said, my main key tonight is everybody stay calm. Don't get too emotional with this big city rivalry game.
Well, this might be the biggest crowd either one of these teams, plays in front of all year long. And, that's something that you can't let the environment get the best of you. If you make a big play, you got to understand there's going to be more plays in a game. You just got to get back in the huddle. Obviously, you want your guys fired up, but you don't want any stupid penalties because you're over-celebrating or trying to do something that you're not supposed to do.
A little hydration break enjoyed by both teams, and we're back to action. Liberty North 1st and 10, and Van Dyne going to tuck and run. And Ryan Olivas and Van Dyne get hooked up near the sidelines, and a flag is down for taunting or trash talking, and I believe it's on the North quarterback here.
And that's what we just talked about. There's a big hit on the sideline. You just got to be able to get your guy back to the huddle. So, got to talk to your teammates about going to get your guy when they're on the sideline. As you see right there, the referee standing right on top of it. They're going to make sure that they set the tone early that that stuff's not going to be tolerated. You like the emotion, but at the same time, you don't want to cost your team yardage when it's really not necessary.
Didn't look like Olivas responded. He took the brunt of that blow from the quarterback, and then Van Dyne got in his face and added a little extra to the fire, and he'll get penalized 15 yards for his efforts.
Second 25 for Liberty North.
So that'll be after the down, so it'll still be second down. We basically lose a down and 15 yards.
It's a huge penalty. Second down and 25. All the way back to the 20-yard line. Van Dyne on the roll. Jake gonna run it again. And he powers just across the 30-yard line and has nothing to say after this play.
Yeah, and you saw one of his teammates go over there, make sure, he just gets back into the huddle, but it's definitely an emotional game, especially when a lot of these kids grew up knowing each other, and maybe we're on the same team in Little League, and now they're going against each other. And you just got to tell your players, you got to make sure you keep your emotions in check, and if a big play happens, celebrate with your teammates.
Still third down and 14 facing the North Eagles. 3-0. KCTV5 Team of the Week. Getting a lot of media coverage. Pass to the speedster Warren Bennett III, and he races across the 45. That is a North first down. Nice connection on third down and long from Van Dyne to Bennett III.
Great job on the play call right there. Just kind of sent everybody downfield. Slips right underneath there, and then, like you talked about, he's got some speed. He's eyeing where he needs to get to, pick up that first down.
They use him on jet sweeps, and they use him on passes like that, little bubble screen action. And he is a track star. 5'9", 165-pound senior. Here's Willingham Davis between the hashes, breaking free into the secondary, inside the 20, down the sidelines, finally raked down, and he'll be out of bounds inside the 5 at the 2-yard line. I believe Ryan Olivas made the touchdown saving tackle, but this guy is a hoss and tough to bring down. And look at this.
Yeah, just one cut, and then he's into the second, third level right there, and you see a speed for a big guy. Good call right there. Looked like his right foot just skimmed that white line. A big pickup right there.
57 yards, first and goal for the North Eagles as they scrimmage at the 2-yard line. And quarterback sneak and not much push. Only by the Liberty defensive line, maybe a yard, as Isaiah Hall, the big 300-pound nose guard, clogging things up. 3-year starter. And it'll be second down and goal. Just inside the 2-yard line is where they have him spotted. Willingham Davis trying to go low, second effort. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. They're saying he got the ball in the end zone, but his knee was down back in the field of play. So now it'll be third down and goal from the 1-yard line.
Liberty does a good job of coming up, filling that hole.
Right there, yeah.
That's pretty close.
That's close, yeah.
See if Liberty North keeps it on the ground on this third down and half of a yard to the goal line.
They go quarterback sneak, and Van Dyne lost the ball at the end of the play. But they say touchdown, Liberty North. So the ball came out, but he'd already crossed the plane with the football in his hands. And it'll be a short-lived celebration for the Liberty defense as Van Dyne started the drive with the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Will cap it with a 1-yard touchdown run. There he goes, right there with the ball across the plane, and then the ball's knocked out. Everybody thought they had a fumble. No such luck. As here is the point after touchdown try by freshman Blake Craig, and he drills it. 7-0 North, leading Liberty in the Battle of the Birds for 2019.
Yeah, Van Dyne erases that penalty by scoring that touchdown right there, but definitely got to give a lot of credit on that 3rd and long. Bennett picking up that first down. In the big run to set up the touchdown by Van Dyne. Early 7-0 lead by Liberty North. And you can see Coach Jones right there, just letting his quarterback know. You know, we talked about this all week. We talked about it in pregame. Got to make sure you're celebrating your teammates. There's no need to do that stuff, but you know, he's going to pat him on the butt and tell him good job, and let's move on from it. 7 plays, 65 yards, 2:32 taken off the clock. Van Dyne, one-yard TD run, but it's all set up by the long run.
I guarantee you in that exchange, the penalty was addressed by Coach Jones.
You know, there's no fault. You know, it's you got a little bit excited. You got to make sure that stuff doesn't happen again.
Once again, there's about a 15, 20 mile an hour wind out of the south, right at the back of Liberty North. Cloudy skies in the area. Good rain coming from the Johnson County area up north here to Liberty. Hopefully the rain is out of the forecast. There's some rain expected this weekend, especially during the Chiefs game. On the return is Parker Campbell. A nice return by Parker as he weaves his way across the 25 up near the 28-yard line, and that's where the Blue Jays will have it. A couple of punts thus far for Liberty. Offense really hasn't got untracked here late in the first quarter.
Yeah, this Liberty North defense, they're active, they're aggressive. They don't give up big plays. So you're going to have to make sure if you're Liberty, got to sustain a drive, got to pick up those 3rd downs, got to be able to get good first down gains.
Wintrick Williams across the 30 to the 32-yard line. This guy is also an excellent wrestler at the school. Got 6th in state as a freshman wrestler. Played varsity football as a freshman, so they expect a lot out of the sophomore running back. And the ball is juggled by the quarterback, and Luke Smith able to churn out a yard. In week 1 of the season at Lee Summit, we saw Wintrick Williams III in action, and he had a nice ball game in the Blue Jays road win.
And he had some really big runs, but the thing I was impressed with is it's a pretty warm night, and he basically was out there 40-45 snaps, and more than half of those snaps went to him, so credit him for being in good shape and being able to
Down
pull that off.
at 3, and that pass to the sidelines is stopped short of the first down. Javion Byers makes the catch, and he's driven down by Alex Miller. And they say forward progress got him to the 40-yard line, and it is a first down for the Blue Jays. So they'll move the chains for the first time.
Yeah, good job finding the first down mark and then working your way back.
That was a nice spotting of the football here. Let's see here. Yeah, I didn't think he even got close to the 40-yard line, but they say he did get to the 40-yard line, and it is enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Scrimmaging at the 40-yard line. Wintrick Williams with that great balance into the secondary. Wintrick down inside the 40 for a first down run. The sophomore moving the chains for the Jays.
And most of his runs are in between the tackles. He's a guy that just finds a little crease, and then he's tough to bring down. So when he gets to those 2nd and 3rd levels, just kind of puts both arms over that football, lowers the shoulders, and picks up what he can. And right there you see The speed and the strength combination right there, picking up that big yardage right there.
22 yards for the first down. Here goes Wentrick Williams III to the 35-yard line. Gain about 4 yards on the play. This guy is in a workhorse back. He's taking a lot of totes, 73 totes coming into this game. He averages 132 yards rushing per game. He can also receive the ball too. This is an underrated part of his game.
Yeah, he's a guy that can come out of the backfield. You know, that's a quarterback's best friend when you got a guy that you can throw to out of the backfield.
This time he is going nowhere as he'll be tackled for a loss. Andrew Stevenson, the Mike linebacker, get credit for the tackle for a loss.
I couldn't tell up front if, yeah, right there. He just shot the gap. Good job making that tackle in the backfield. Again, Williams is not an easy guy to bring down. None of these running backs are really tonight that we're going to see. Right there. If you go low, you're going to be able to get him, be able to slow him down, allow your teammates to get around there and finish off the job.
Liberty content to run out the first quarter clock, trailing 7-0 to Liberty North, as that will do it for the first quarter. A short touchdown run by Jake Van Dyne, the difference in this Battle of the Birds for 2019. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. Back with second quarter action right after this. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports with Hy-Vee Field at the Liberty Hospital Activity Complex. Liberty taking on Liberty North in week 4, and on a third down and long, a pass caught in the flat, but not enough for the first down, as that is Javion Byers, and get to the 31 and needed to get to the 29, so be about 2 yards shy of the first down. As nice tackle there by Chase Jones. You see that big club on his hand. He broke his hand in the jamboree, got a helmet on his hand, and good to see him back playing.
There you go. Yeah, looks like the Liberty North defense has kind of played the first down marker, played everything in front.
They'll go for it. Running play, and it breaks free for Wentrick Williams. He got the first down as he's tripped up by Braden Schneider, the strong safety, but not after acquiring the first down on 4th down and 2.
Good job by the big guys up front. Allowing Williams to get around the edge right there. Turns the corner, picks up enough for that first down, keeps this drive going. So we talked about, they're going to get points on the board. They're going to sustain drives.
Pistol set. Williams the third, not much running room. This goes low and burrows out a short gain. It'll be second down and long as Stevenson, the Mike linebacker, made the stop.
Pretty active tonight in that linebacker position. You know, he's a guy that's going to play sideline to sideline, but also be able to stuff the run up the middle as well.
205-pound senior, returning starter, 17 total tackles coming in to play tonight. Luke Smith firing the middle, and the pass batted away, incomplete. That was Connor Baxley, who is a safety slash linebacker, and actually their leading tackler. He is a junior. He's played a lot with Chase Jones out with that hand injury, and he's become a star for the North defense.
And you see right here, he knows he has some help over the top, so he kind of plays that route underneath. Does a good job of getting a hand on it, forcing the incomplete pass. Liberty's faced with a 3rd and 9.
Andy Learman is the defensive coordinator for North. Came over with Coach Jones from Kearney, and looked like a broken play. And Luke Smith had to tuck it and run. And Stevenson, the linebacker, says no go, 4th down and long.
We'll see what Liberty elects to do right here. The 22-yard line, so you're looking at a 39-yard field goal. Obviously, the wind's behind Liberty, so
39-yard attempt.
Looks like they're going to try a 39-yard attempt. Caden Rochcobb. And, oh, it hit the crossbar and doinks away, no good. Oh, man. Johnny, you were like following that one all the way.
Yeah, that's tough.
And just doinks off the crossbar here, just a little bit short, and I'm sure the wind could have boosted that one just a little bit, but instead came up short. And it's just a long field goal miss right down the middle, though.
Yeah, right down the middle. Just comes up a little bit short. Liberty North take over at the 20-yard line.
So the offense out now for the Eagles with Jake Van Dyne, Keyshawn Turner in the backfield. They'll give it off to Keyshawn. And power for about a 5-yard gain to the 25-yard line.
Looks like he was
stop.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to be stopped for about a 2-yard gain and just kind of falls forward. Ends up picking up 5 yards. Van Dyne, pretty good start to the game. 3 of 5 through the air, 48 yards. Also has 15 rushing yards, including that 1-yard touchdown run for the only score of the game.
Also plays baseball at North. As a pitcher and outfielders, we get a timeout for North. As Coach Jones will talk to his squad. He's the offensive coordinator. Next week on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, we've got Lee Summit West. They're ranked number 12 in our Super 25. They're 2-1 on the year, and we're in the Northland again at number 5 Staley. They're off to a 3-0 start. Last year's game, a close game, should be a good one next week on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Friday the 27th. After the North timeout, it'll be a 2nd down and 5 for Van Dyne and the North offense. Wins over Lee Summit North, Truman, and Park Hill. And they're a hot team right now. As Keyshawn Turner showing some good footwork there, and he is right at the first down stake. Should have enough for a North first down. Back-to-back 5-yard runs by Keyshawn Turner. He's getting some college looks. First team All-League last year. Division I AA and Division II looks. This guy's 6'2", 200 pounds, and still runs 4.5.
Yeah, you can tell right there he uses his body and his size to pick up those extra yards. Those last 2 runs, he's getting contact at the line of scrimmage, but does a good job of keeping his legs moving. We talked about you're going to have to go low on these guys if you're going to stop them.
Toss sweep to Turner. Nice fake. It made Book miss as well before he's finally taken down at the 33.5-yard line. Boy, how about the nifty moves by this big back here?
Yeah, he's not just all about power. You see the fancy footwork here. Sticks his foot in the ground, tries to get upfield right there. Does a good job of making the guy miss in the backfield. You know, you're the Liberty defensive coordinator. You're telling your guys, got to make sure you break down and go low.
2nd down and 8, play action. Van Dyne, wide open man is Bennett the third. He's got a first down catch to the 48-yard line, a 15-yard gain. And this speedster, we've seen the Eagles use him, and he had a big game last year in the North versus Liberty High game. 126 yards and a touchdown, making his impact on the 2019 game is Warren Bennett III.
When you see the flood routes there, so they've got guys about 10 yards apart, all on that sideline. Bennett does a good job of just finding the open space, making the catch, picking up the first down.
Keyshawn Turner trying to step to the outside, and he'll be thrown for a loss. Nice play by Correll Simpson, the defensive back for Liberty. Flag is down as well on this play. And a holding penalty on the Eagles.
We'll see if Liberty elects to, yeah, they're going to decline the penalty with the 7-yard loss, 8-yard loss. No need to let them replay that down. It's right here. A lot of blue jerseys filling the gaps right there. Making that play in the backfield, forcing a 2nd and long for Liberty North.
2nd down and 18.
Simpson does a good job of making that solo tackle right there.
This is Luke Matthews. A little tunnel screen, and the ball is out. Liberty Blue Jays are on it at midfield. Correll Simpson with the fumble recovery as Matthews coughs it up, and the Blue Jays will get the first turnover of the game.
And you see just a smoke screen. Oh, great job right there, just at the end, poking that ball free. Michael McGinnon right there, sticking that arm in there, knocking that ball loose. That ball's just sitting there on the turf, and Simpson does a good job at just diving on top of that ball and securing it.
Matthew Henning poked it out, the defensive lineman, just before he hit the ground. Now a little trick action as they'll throw a pass down the field with Wentrick Williams III. Pretty good arm there by Wentrick, but couldn't connect with the receiver Blake Fordyce, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. So they go for the throat after the turnover, but it's an incomplete pass. Little jet sweep.
Good job up front. Allowing time to make that throw. Liberty North secondary guys didn't bite on that, did a good job of the coverage downfield.
Maybe that was Caden Dennis, I beg your pardon, throwing the pass there. Not Wentrick Williams III. It's timeout Liberty. Liberty has gray numbers on a blue jersey, and boy. Let's go back to this last play here. They go jet sweep. Yeah, it is Caden Dennis, number 10. And he shows off a pretty good right arm here, but sails the pass long to Fordyce. Looked like the Eagles were ready for that play. I thought, first glance, I thought it was Wentrick Williams III in the backfield, but instead it was Dennis, the wideout.
Williams did throw a really good block to allow that pass to be thrown. Like I said, Liberty North didn't bite on it. They had the coverage downfield. And that would have had to have been a perfect throw for that execution. So forcing a 2nd and long here for Liberty. Saw some success in the run game the last drive for Liberty. We'll see if they stay with it.
Williams III. This run to the 45-yard line, a gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6 facing the Blue Jays. So again, this is a league game. Liberty North 1-0 in conference play. Liberty Blue Jays 2-0 on the league. In the Suburban Red Conference. Staley and Liberty on top, with Liberty North and Park Hill South as undefeated teams in this conference. Play stopped in mid-motion.
False start.
Penalty flag on the play.
Number 6. Looked like he got a little bit of a head start there coming off that snap count.
The veteran white hat tonight is Phil Stompoli. A 3rd down and 11 facing the Blue Jays, trying to take advantage of the first turnover of the game. Smith the pass, and crossing pattern is connected on with Michael Book, and he breaks some tackles and goes down inside the 20-yard line into the red zone. A big play for the Jays. 1st down catch.
Great route by Book. He does a good job of cutting off that route and working straight across the field. Give a lot of credit to the guys up front, allowing Luke Smith the time to be able to put that pass right on the money and step up and make a good throw.
And As it goes for 31 yards and into the red zone come the Blue Jays as they stack their wide receivers in a line. Luke Smith will throw near side. This is Wentrick Williams III, and not much doing as Alex Miller, the outside linebacker, was waiting for him at the pass. And it's only a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, going back to that big 3rd down pickup. As you see right here, that last play, but that 3rd down pickup, I mean, that's huge for Liberty. You force the turnover, you're sitting here with good field position at midfield. They get that 3rd down picked up, allowing this drive to continue, putting themselves in good position to put points on the board.
4 wide receivers in this set. They'll keep it on the ground with Williams bouncing off tackles inside the 15-yard line. Stevenson will get credit for the north stop. And now they're facing a 3rd down, about 4 or 5 for the Blue Jays. Saw them miss a long field goal back in the 1st quarter. That was their first chance at some points. Trying to take advantage of a Liberty North fumble. A lot of formations you have to deal with if you're the Liberty North defense. Williams III. Great job by the offensive line, Johnny, as they open up a huge hole, and young sophomore back had a lot of room to roam, and he gets a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Blue Jays.
That's the strength of this offense, and those big boys up front. See him just clear the path for Williams.
Over by the main gate by the Liberty sign.
Ball will be at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. Great job by the offensive line for Liberty, and that's their most experienced part of their team. There's Williams. Not much running room there. It's like Nick Bogard, and also involved was DeMeyer, the linebacker, but I think Bogard from the defensive line kind of was clogging things up and limited the play to a short gain.
Yeah, Liberty North up front does a good job of getting in the backfield, kind of forcing Williams to kind of bounce around a little bit before trying to pick up any yardage that he can, but Liberty North does a good job of getting hats around the ball, making the play.
2nd down and goal from the 7. Pass to the near side, incomplete. Good coverage there by Spencer Troyer to break up that pass. As they were looking for the tight end, Caleb Cahill, who's also the son of the athletic director here at Liberty High School, Jason Cahill.
Yeah, Luke Smith puts that ball right where his guy can get it, but Troyer does a good job of working in front, knocking that ball down, forcing the incomplete. And Liberty's faced with the 3rd and 6. They've got to score a touchdown here to keep pace with Liberty North.
And 3rd down and goal from the 7. Number 7 buying time, now going to take off and run. And they get it inside the 5 and go out near the 3-yard line, a gain of 4. And now 4th down and goal facing the Blue Jays.
4th and goal for the Jays.
For not really having anybody open, Smith does a good job of picking up those 4 or 5 yards. It's going to make it a tougher decision on the coach whether to kick the field goal or go for it. It looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Actually spotted inside the 2-yard line.
We still have 2 timeouts left, so we'll see if they elect to use a timeout and think about it. Looks like what they're going to do. They're going to run that play clock down and call a timeout. Make sure they have the right play call. Those timeouts, you don't get to carry over to the 2nd half, so you want to make sure you use them wisely, but like I said, you want to use them in situations like this to make sure you get the right play call in.
The ball a little closer than I initially thought when he ran out of bounds, so they got it just inside the 2-yard line. Coach Freegan will talk to his squad. Coming up, Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores. Special honor at halftime here at Hy-Vee Field. We're going to honor Tyler Nash, the girls soccer coach for Liberty, as they were state champions this past spring. Congratulations. He'll be honored as the Missouri Girls Soccer Coach of the Year. And for Coach Freegon, that's big because his daughter Jericho, one of the top players for Liberty, she's headed to Kansas State to continue her soccer career.
So if you're Liberty North, you're keying in on Williams. He's kind of been the workhorse. He's the guy they're going to look to.
It is Williams, and he is stopped shy. He is denied. Ball over on downs. As there was some quick penetration, Wentrick Williams kind of dove as Stevenson, the linebacker, went low and tripped him up and denied the 4th down score here.
Stevenson's been active all game, and right there makes a big play, forcing the turnover on downs. You see Williams, he fights.
Like Baxley was flying in as well, the other linebacker. And Williams stopped at the 1. So Coach Jones and the Eagles with a big 4th down stop take over deep in their own territory, leading 7-0. Just under 3 to play before Hy-Vee at the half. Fans were lined up at the gates waiting to get in here. I think they let anybody in before 5:30. There you see the Liberty faithful in the neon glow party. So they look like a bunch of street construction workers, and that would be appropriate if you've been through Liberty lately.
Well, they had all day here. They had all day to get ready. They didn't have school today, so they had all day to make sure they were ready to go for this game, which probably makes it a little bit more of a fun day for these kids, knowing that they're going to play their crosstown rivals.
Here's Willingham Davis up the middle, giving Eagles a little breathing room, just shy of the 10-yard line with that run.
Big 1st down run right there. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room coming out of that end zone.
Zach's a little shaken up there. You see Gimpy going back to the huddle. They'll stay on the field. I don't see 44 running on, so 34 stays out there. It's quite a luxury to have 2 big burly backs like North does in Willingham Davis and Keyshawn Turner. Cut it back and get it just shy of the 11-yard line.
Your first goal here for Liberty North offense is pick up that 1st down. So you're going to keep that clock running. They can pick this up. Seems like they're just willing to go into half here with the 7-0 lead.
3rd down and short. 3rd down and about a yard facing the North Eagles, who have a 1-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Jake Van Dyne. Just going low. I don't think he got it. Yeah, it looked like he decided to start his dive too far back and came up short. It'll be 4th down. Now they're going to measure to be sure. But watch, he starts to go down low and just, I don't think he got it.
Good job up front by the Liberty defensive line. Not allowing a big running lane there for Willingham, but like you said, he almost thought he was going to kind of dive forward and pick that up. But where they're spotting him, it's going to be a half yard to a yard short. And we'll see if Liberty elects to take their final timeout to stop this clock, as there's still 1:25. And Liberty North will be punting into the wind. So if you're Liberty, you're assuming you're going to get decent field position here.
Expect a pooch punt, or they're going to go for it here. This is kind of interesting. Now Van Dyne does punt, so if he drops back and punts it, now they're trying to get him to jump, and they got him to jump.
That's, I thought, what your or was going to be. They're either going to punt it or they were going to try and draw him off sides.
Well, Isaiah Hall into the neutral zone, and now he'll come to the sidelines to talk to the coaches after giving up the encroachment penalty and an automatic first down on the 5-yard walk-off.
I just got to tell you guys, you got to sit in there and watch the ball, especially when you're lined up right over it. So you're going to give Liberty North a fresh set of downs here.
This is Tyler Janess on a little jet sweep action to the H-back just across the 20-yard line. They say he's probably their most improved player on offense.
Great tackle right there by Jalen Weston.
They say he's on track to become the all-time leading tackler. He's supposed to break Joe Barnes's record. Back after missing a couple of games is Jalen after a leg injury. Good to have 32 back out there for the Blue Jays as Van Dyne throwing to the Liberty sideline, and pass was going for Janess, but wasn't that close. Incomplete. Second down and 6 for Coach Jones's squad.
33 seconds left. Got a third down here. If Liberty does stop them, they still can use that timeout. Not quite as ideal of a situation as they had 3 plays ago to get the ball back, but I think you still force Liberty North, if they don't pick this up, to punt the football and see what type of field position you can get.
Timeout North. We'll talk it over. Just a reminder, coming up at halftime, Hy-Vee at the half. Highlights, statistics. Good to be in Liberty. This is the Battle of the Birds for 2019, only the 5th meeting between these schools. I think when you think of Liberty North and Liberty, you think, oh, there's a long, rich history, but no, only 5th game. North has only been open since 2010, and we were a smaller school for several years. I'll tell you what I really like, Johnny, is both these schools have their home stadiums. They're not playing a game at William Jewell. I always felt like Liberty was at a disadvantage playing at Rockhurst or Blue Springs at a neutral stadium at William Jewell. Yes, that was their home stadium, but really it wasn't on their school campus. Here's a pass, and juggled and caught. A tough catch by Warren Bennett III, and he paid a heavy price, but those gloves were sticky, and he converts the catch for a first down for North. But watch this catch here.
Well, great throw on the run by Van Dyne, getting enough on that ball, and then Bennett's concentration allows Liberty North to pick up that first down.
And Warren going to get a jet sweep here. And he tries to reverse his field, and he pays a heavy price as he is knocked down just inside the 30-yard line. Like Jack Horn was there along with Matt Henning. And that'll run out the second quarter clock. We are at halftime in the Battle of Liberty on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. The difference, a 1-yard rushing touchdown by Liberty North quarterback Jake Van Dyne. Eagles lead the Jays 7-0.
And you saw early here Jack Van Dyne hooking up with his receiver Bennett. Had a big first half, coming up big on a lot of third downs. Then right here you see Willingham Davis with the big run. One cut, then he kind of shows his speed, gets pushed out at the 2-yard line, and then Jack Van Dyne finished it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. But Liberty's offense did a good job of moving the field. You see Williams here picking up big yards. One of the drives ended right there on a missed field goal, just inches short of putting Liberty on the scoreboard. Luke Smith right there in a book, big third down pickup. Moving Liberty all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Fourth down play right there, just comes up a little bit short. See right there, stats are pretty even in the running game. You see Liberty North, Van Dyne's got a few more passing yards. One turnover by Liberty North, only turnover in the game. kind of talked about for Liberty to be in this game, they've got to pick up those third downs. 3rd and 8 on the night. They're going to have to get over 50% if they're going to keep those drives going. As Liberty North, they're not a defense that's going to give up a big play. The penalties right there. You just see the one for Liberty North. That was early on in the game. A couple penalties by Liberty, but pretty clean game by both sides.
Tonight's game brought to you by Concord Career College. You can start your healthcare career in months, not years. To find out more, visit concord.edu. Special announcement at halftime for the Liberty girls soccer team. As being honored tonight is their head coach, Tyler Nash, as in the spring of 2019, it was the Liberty girls winning the state championship. And tonight, a special announcement for the head girls soccer coach, Tyler Nash.
Individual who has made a lifelong commitment to the ideals of coaching interscholastic sports. Here with us this evening is Kevin Garner, Assistant Executive Director for Girls Soccer at MSHSAA, to present the 2018-2019 Coach of the Year Award to Coach Tyler Nash, your head girls soccer coach.
Coach Nash is receiving a plaque provided by Missouri Coach of the Association.
There's the athletic director there, Mr. Cahill, handing out the hardware to Tyler Nash. And here comes the team. Congratulations to the Liberty girls soccer team, state champions this past spring. And they've had a lot of success, 3 in the last 9 years. And of course, Shay Groom played here. She's still playing professionally. And so they've had a long history of girls soccer at Liberty High School. Getting ready for the start of the second half between Liberty North and Liberty High. And not much scoring in the first half. We're going to get some more points in the second half there, Johnny?
Well, I think both defenses, doing a really good job of containing the other team's offense, not allowing the big play. We only saw a few big plays in that first half. Obviously, the big run by Willingham Davis set up the only touchdown of the game. I just think the Liberty North defense, they're kind of showed on a couple drives that they might give up some points, but did a good job on the fourth down stand at the 3-yard line. So we'll see if there's any wrinkles that these teams are going to try and throw. We only saw, one trick play. See if there's a couple more that come out, but I think both teams are kind of happy with where they are at with the score. And obviously, if you're Liberty, you're telling your guys, we had a couple chances to put points on the board. We got to make sure we take care of those opportunities. If you're Liberty North, you're telling you guys to keep playing, keep fighting. Make sure to keep your emotions in check, because this second half, it's going to be a determining factor. If you limit the penalties, you limit the turnovers, you're going to give yourself a good chance to win the game at the end.
Next week on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, we stay up north. We're at Staley for Lee Summit West, taking on Staley. Now, Staley's part of this conference. Suburban Red, they'll be taking on a Suburban Gold team in Lee Summit West. Close game last year. Both teams in our Super 25 next Friday, the 27th. Staley undefeated on the year. 3-0 and number 5 in our Super 25. Of course, Liberty North won the opening coin toss. So they deferred their option in the second half. So the Blue Jays will be kicking off to start the third quarter. Coach Jones' team will be on offense.
There's still a little bit of wind out here, so definitely affect which side you want to defend in the third quarter.
Cloudy skies and, yeah, pretty good south breeze. This is a stadium that runs north-south, so the wind at your back will help you. About 15-mile-an-hour wind.
Well, we saw both teams attempt field goals with the wind behind their back. Neither team was able to convert, but
this will be Alec beg your pardon, this is Caden Rochcobb. There's the two Rochcobb brothers kick. Speaking of soccer, their dad is the boys' soccer coach, Tom. So you got Caden and Alec. Alec is the junior, and the senior Caden, who's told was fighting a soccer injury, like a hamstring injury, but he was able to give it a go for the city rivalry game, and he is out to kick it away and start the second half. Wind at his back, and this one will carry into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 from the 20 for the North Eagles, and their quarterback Jake Van Dyne. Seen him running the ball a lot tonight, and of course he has the only score at that 1-yard rushing touchdown.
Well, they've got 3 guys that can run the ball in their backfield. We've seen the combination with Willingham Davis and Turner, both big guys, but also showcase they've got some speed as well. I think you're going to see a heavy dose of those two in the second half here. Try and keep Liberty's defense on their toes. Van Dyne's definitely a guy that can beat you with his arm.
Keyshawn Turner getting the start. In the backfield, it'll be a jet sweep to Bennett the third. And he gets 9 yards on the first down run before he is tackled on the play.
We've seen Liberty North run this jet sweep a couple times. This is the first time with Bennett. See him kind of use his lead blocker there to turn the corner.
Olivas made the stop, but this guy, he has very good speed. Warren Bennett III. Jones called him a water bug. Seen him used on bubble screens. They'll use him on jets.
Lined up in the slot on this play.
And he makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first down across the 35 before he is taken down there. Michael Book making the stop, the outside linebacker, but this guy had a big game last year, over 100 yards and a touchdown against the Blue Jays, and it's a big game in 2019.
You see how hard he is to tackle in the open field. Simpson's been pretty sure-handed in that secondary. Comes up short on that tackle, and Bennett picks up a few extra yards. Get Bennett in the open field, man. He's going to be a tough guy to bring down one-on-one.
On the 37, this is Janess. This is the little H-back around, and it's successful for a first down as he's across midfield. Tyler Janess. So now they're hitting him with some big plays. Are the North Eagles are.
Well, it pretty much is a power run, even though it's not their typical running back. They're pulling guys out there, and Janess does a good job of following his guys, picking up another first down for Liberty North.
And now confusion, and now a timeout taken by North. And you just saw the play chart kicked by an assistant on the sideline. So, or was that Greg Jones? I don't know. I saw somebody punt one of the play charts there. I think it was Coach Jones. He's not happy. As you can see the confusion by the quarterback and before he snapped the ball.
Well, you obviously don't want to take the 5-yard penalty there for a delay of game, but you got to make sure you're taking care of those timeouts, especially in the second half. And I'm sure that's, why you got a little bit upset there that they weren't able to get that play call in and get the guys lined up and set up, get that play off before the play clock runs down. But you definitely don't want to face it first and 15, so you got to burn it right there.
Isaiah Hall setting up a nose guard for Liberty as after the timeout, 1st and 10. Here's Keyshawn Turner powering through the tackle of Simpson. Cut it inside the 45 near the 42-yard line. Once again, these backs are big guys. 6'2", 200 pounds is Keyshawn Turner.
And Simpson thinks he's getting low right there, and Turner just gets a little bit lower. Obviously, the biggest man right there is going to win.
And this is Janess trying to turn the corner. Olivas got a piece of him, got a shoestring stop, and caused him to stumble forward. Ryan Olivas having a great season, they say, in their secondary for the Jays, leading them interceptions. He was a JV guy last year, but he's grown 4 inches, put on 30 pounds, and he's really become a player for them.
Good job by Weston as well. Linebacker getting out there.
Lost a couple on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Quick swing pass to Bennett III, using the stiff arm, and close to the 1st down, but I think he's a little bit short. Let's see here. See where the official spot is.
They're going to move him. They're going to move the snake.
Oh, they got it. 1st down.
Well, we just talked about Bennett in the open field, how tough he is to bring down.
I knew he was close, but
Liberty had a chance to make the stop. Force Liberty North into a 4th down, but it shows you the playmaking capabilities that Bennett has.
he was able to get it to the 37, get the 1st down. He'll give on a jet sweep, cuts it up, and a quick 7 yards for Warren Bennett III, the senior wideout.
Watch the body control and vision right here. Sticks that left foot in the ground and just gets right up the field, picking up 7 yards when it looked like maybe he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
He is a slot man. He averages 6.6 yards per carry, so he can run the ball as well effectively. And here's the hammer. This is Turner running for a 1st down inside the 25. This is a time-consuming, back-breaking drive by Liberty North.
So the last 3 plays, they've thrown it to Bennett, they've ran it with Bennett, and they used Bennett as a decoy. So good job of using him in the mix, kind of allowing that running game to open up a little bit for Liberty North, like you said.
Now they got Willingham Davis in there. So they got 2 big, strong backs that they can use, so nobody will get tired. And this is Zach. Gang tackle just shy of the 20-yard line. Luxury most teams don't have to have 2 big, strong backs like they do.
Yeah, and there's really no drop-off between the 2 main backs. Then you throw in a guy like Bennett who's got the speed and the capability of turning the corner and picking up big yards.
Yeah, both guys get 5 yards per carry. Just keeps them fresh. Keep them.
When it gets to the end of the year, you know, you want to have fresh bodies, you want to have fresh legs, and the way you do that is limit these guys' carries.
Van Dyne spinning right into the tackle of Nate Berry, the outside linebacker for Liberty.
Kind of looked like that snap threw him to the left a little bit. He kind of had to abort the play and pick up what he could.
Well, he lost about
Good
3
job of
yards on the
even-
play.
Good job of even catching that snap. The ball could have definitely got past him and turned into a negative play, but Van Dyne's athletic enough to get that ball one-handed and pick up what he can. Still manageable 3rd down.
Third down and long. Van Dyne, a throwback screen to Willingham. Blocker in front. And Zach down the sidelines and into the end zone. There's a flag down, and this play might be coming back. But for now, it is a touchdown for the North Eagles. Yes, I thought there might be a hold on the play, so it'll negate the 23-yard touchdown pass to Zach Willingham Davis. And we're coming back.
It was a great play design, slipping Willingham Davis out of the backfield. Van Dyne rolling out to his right, throws the ball back to his left. We'll have to check and see who this holding penalty was on. It's going to bring back a touchdown.
See, it's number 78.
Yeah, you see him right there.
Monahan blocking down the field.
And really, he's just trying to keep his guy from getting to the ball, but you got to understand that you got a pretty good running back that can make some guys miss.
Warren Bennett the third, the catch. And the Blue Jays are all over him. As Correll Simpson ushers him out at the chalk. And it'll be 4th down. They still need about 10 yards.
For Liberty North.
As they only got about 4 yards on that short pass to Bennett III, who was active in that series. And now the kicking team is coming out. They're going to try another long field goal. They missed earlier with the freshman, Craig. And this time he's going to try it from 39. I think about the same distance, Johnny. This time he's going against the wind, however. And to the left again. So he pulled this one as well, and no good. So the freshman showing off a pretty good leg, though. Some leg strength, but just not much accuracy here.
Yeah, and you're thinking maybe he's kicking into the wind a little bit. He's trying to get a little bit more behind it. Maybe just opened up a little bit too soon, pulls that ball. Again, he had the leg strength on both of them. Just both have missed to the left. And if you're Liberty, you feel fortunate here, but at the same time, you've been in that same boat as well, missing out on points. But you got to be able to capitalize, kind of use that momentum to your advantage here. But Liberty did a good job in the first half of cleaning up their offense after the first 2 drives ended in punts. They were able to move the ball downfield on their last couple drives to end the half. No points, but at the same time, these guys feel confident that they can move the ball down the field.
Little hydration break. Talking with the referee before the game, Phil Stumpoli, said this will be the last week they'll do these in Missouri. As we'll be on to week 5 next week. Blue Jays take over, and Williams will go for a loss. As making the stop there. Was Justice Braden, one of the super sophomores for the North defense.
Yeah, good push up front by the Liberty North defensive line. Didn't really give Williams a chance to get upfield there. Again, if you're going to stop Williams, you got to do it in the backfield, because once he gets going, he's a tough guy to bring down.
Pump and go down the field to Williams on the wheel route, incomplete.
Looked like Williams had a step on him. But Liberty North did a good job of covering over the top, forcing Luke Smith to throw that ball all the way to the sideline. The ball just kind of sails out.
Troyer had the coverage for North. 3rd down and 11 facing the Blue Jays. 2-1 on the year. 2-0 in the conference. Stepping up in the pocket and going to be going down, as that'll be Garrett Lynn, the sack leader for Liberty North, probably their defensive MVP thus far, making the big play on 3rd down and long.
Good coverage downfield, forcing Luke Smith. Kind of scan the field, try and find anybody that's open, and Lynn does a good job of chasing him on the backside, bringing him down. And this Liberty North defense is tough.
7th sack of the year for Lynn, who leads the team in that category. Getting Ivy League looks.
It's a pretty good start to a year when you got 7 sacks.
Also Butler in Indiana looking at him. He's a very good student. And this is a nice punt. As the wind helps that one down the field inside the 20, down near the 16. How long is that one, Johnny?
64?
Wow, Ethan Brown.
63.
And a nice 15-mile-an-hour south wind, and nobody there to field the punt. Got a little extra roll, and that's how you get 60-yard punts. And that's probably a season long for Ethan. Average 30 yards per punt, but this one going to help his average a little.
Well, the first 2 punts, they were punting against the wind, so they elected on the rugby style. And you see right here, does a great job of getting the ball up in the air. That ball turned over, got a good roll. Liberty's got to be excited flipping the field like that, forcing Liberty to start inside their own 20-yard line.
Keyshawn Turner to the outside, turns the corner, and Olivas bumps him out. And get it up to near the 20-yard line. Olivas sealing the edge, and Olivas was giving up some size and weight there. Brian Olivas, 170, taking on the big back at 200 pounds.
You saw Turner make the first guy miss with the juke move, and then gets around the corner, and then he turns into a power back. Stays in bounds, tries to pick up that extra yardage. Good gain on first down.
He got 5, second down and 5. Give it off to Janess, H-back, and good blocking as he'll turn the corner. Oh, and power through a tackle. Tyler Janess getting physical, running the ball across the 30. He's got a first down to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15, and the Blue Jays paid a price here. Take a listen.
He shows some patience here. He gets upfield. Just gets that shoulder down.
Correll Simpson.
Give Simpson credit. He brought the ball carrier down.
Yeah, but he was trying to get the license plate of that truck that ran over him there. First down, Keyshawn Turner. It's a short gain, running off the left side. Last year's game was 21-17, Liberty North winning. So there wasn't a lot of points in that ball game. Expected a low-scoring game tonight in this one, and we're getting it. There's Turner. Nate Berry jumping on his back and going for a ride to the 39-yard line. A 3-yard gain for Keyshawn Turner, and also Jackson White involved in the stop.
Well, both teams seem pretty content to stick with the running game. They've been effective on both sides. Just Liberty North had the big play to set up the touchdown.
Running play on third down and 5. Turner is stopped on the play.
Weston again.
Weston.
It's a battle of the linebackers between Weston and Stevenson to see who had the most tackles tonight. Tackle right there. See Weston here just going low, going right at those shoelaces. And you're not going to be able to bring these backs down around the shoulder pads. You got to go low. It's not going to look pretty, but your job is to get that ball carrier to the ground.
Fourth down and 3. Punting unit out. And now we got a timeout. There was a late player. Garrett Lynn came on the field late. He's a defensive star, but he also is on special teams, and he forgot about his assignment. He had to take a timeout, so there's another timeout that Coach Jones will not be happy that he had to take.
You wonder if you just take the 5-yard penalty right there. Give up that 5 yards knowing that you're going to punt it. But we've also seen Liberty North get up to the line and try and draw Liberty off sides that they were successful on. So maybe Coach Jones wants to keep that as it's only 4th and 4. Maybe you're thinking you can get these guys to jump off sides and still be able to pick up that first down.
So Lynn is out there on special teams. And the punter is Braden Presser. He's a big, tall drink of water at 6'4". He averages about 40 yards per punt. And they needed all 6'4" of them to get that one as he punts it against the wind. Oliva's going to let this one hit, and it's going to take a big Eagles roll inside the 15, down near the 12-yard line.
First down goes from their own 11-yard line.
Two big punts in the second half. In the highlights here.
That was a 48-yard punt. No return. Blue Jays will start deep in their own territory, looking for some points.
Spread the field out a little bit here.
I'll run it with Luke Smith and get a nice chunk. Shy of the 20-yard line to the 19, about 7 yards for Luke Smith. Wears jersey number 7.
It's the first time we've seen the true option from this Liberty offense. Luke Smith kind of saw that defensive end crash down, so he just took it right off of his tackle. Picked up a good 7 yards on first down.
He was the JV quarterback last year, won 7 games. Taking a throw, and the pass is caught. And breaking down the sidelines and going out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line is Caden Dennis. As nice move there to get around Alex Miller and get a big gain for the Blue Jays out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Dennis does a good job of keeping his eyes on the ball, pulling that ball down, and picking up big yardage.
Goes for 20 yards to Caden Dennis, who we've seen throw the football tonight.
Play clock running down.
And now Liberty will use a timeout. So I think the coaches have used some timeouts that they didn't want to have to use. Both these guys, real positive. Coach Freegon, of course, his daughter was out there at halftime. She's on the girls' soccer team, Jericho. And his other daughter's up at Kansas State right now. And Coach said, Coach, your daughter's up there at college. You had to drive her up there. He said, yeah, it was tough. Get that empty nest syndrome going for Coach there pretty soon. But his daughter Jericho is still at Liberty High School, is going to play soccer at Kansas State. And of course, he went to Kansas State. After the timeout, Blue Jays looking for some points, trailing 7-0 in the second half. Only score a 1-yard touchdown run by Van Dyne, the North quarterback. Luke Smith going to go with a deep ball to Dennis. And incomplete.
There just hasn't been a lot of openings downfield. Credit the Liberty North defensive backs. Staying with these guys the whole way. Not really giving Luke Smith a lot of windows to throw the ball into. The short passing game has worked. It's just that long passing game, like I said. Liberty North's doing a good job of eliminating the big plays as they have all year.
And Brennan O'Neill, the coverage corner for North, had a better play on that ball than the actual Liberty wide receiver. Here's Wentrick Williams. Oh, good run by Wentrick across midfield. Gets hit down hard, just shy of the 45, but it is a first down for the Jays. Just great vision by the sophomore running back, Wentrick Williams III.
Yeah, that's definitely the best way to describe this, the vision. Kind of just weaves his way through the defense there. Picking up big yards, picking up that first down, stays in the game. Like you talked about earlier, he's a workhorse. He's a guy that's not going to come out very often. They definitely get them as much as they can out of him each game.
16-yard run, setting up the screen pass. Not much doing, as that was A.J. Mortina. And nice read on the defense by Justice Braden, the sophomore defensive end for North.
They tried to get the defense moving one way and then throw back the other way, but Liberty North defense is well coached, very disciplined. They stay on their keys. They all don't try and run to the ball, and that's important at the high school level. You just can't get caught watching the ball. You got to make sure you stay on your man, stay on your keys.
2nd down and 7. Smith gonna tuck it and run, and gets to the sideline before he is run out by Miller. Shaken up as he gets to the sideline. Nobody touched him there.
By Alex Miller.
Alex Miller pulled up and wisely. See if he. I think he was flinching for the hit there. Maybe injured himself there.
Kind of turned his right ankle a little bit, it looked like.
He's staying out there and checking the wristband for a
you're definitely
3rd down and short play.
And you're bracing yourself for that hit.
This is Williams. Another 1st down run by the sophomore as he's down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 7. Wentrick Williams III. That is the final play of your 3rd quarter in a low-scoring Battle of the Birds for 2019. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports. We're back with the 4th quarter action. The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. And we're at Hy-Vee Field at the Liberty Hospital Activity Complex on a warm and windy night for the Battle of the Birds 2019. Liberty scrimmaging 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Here's Williams III, and good surge, dragging a tackler. It was Alex Miller for a pickup about 3 yards on the play.
You know, you would expect Williams to show signs of fatigue, but it's almost like he's getting stronger as the game's going along. Right there, carrying a couple tacklers with him. Looked like it was going to be a 1-yard gain. Stretches out, picks up a few more yards there on 1st down.
And Williams again, and same guys there, Miller. Helped out by teammates, also involved in the stop. Was Nick Bogard. Bogard is a junior nose tackle. Miller is the will linebacker, weak side linebacker. A very good year.
Liberty's going to be in 4-down territory here, so.
Luke Smith gonna run for the 1st down, and he will get it just inside the 20-yard line.
It looked like he kind of deked the defender there, like he was going to pitch the ball forward. That defender just enough to kind of go the other direction before Luke Smith was able to pick up that 1st down. You could tell that ankle's bothering him a little bit, but he's going to fight through it. He's a football player. He's going to continue to stay on that field. Make sure he finishes this game strong.
Inside the red zone, 1st and 10. Wentrick Williams going backwards, now forward, and not back to the line of scrimmage. Baxley with a tackle for a loss. Also involved in the stop was Schneider, the strong safety, but
so Liberty North kind of take all the running lanes away.
That was Miller that redirected him into the other linebacking core.
Williams just kind of had to turn around and try and get what he could going the other way.
This North defense only giving up 9 points per game. They've been stout this year.
That average is definitely going down as we go through this game.
Smith floating one toward the sideline, incomplete.
Smith pass.
The receiver was Caden Dennis, and I noticed he kind of looked around. I think he was looking for a flag because he got belted after he went out of bounds.
I was wondering what happened.
Yeah,
I was
let's
sitting
see.
here.
Okay, whoops, I got pushed. I ended up on the track. When you end up on the track, you're like, maybe that was a little bit of a late hit, maybe. When you end up in lane 1 on the track,
You're looking for some help from the ref.
you're looking for some laundry. Nothing forthcoming. It'll be 3rd down, 10 plus. As the North Faithful looking for a stop on 3rd down. This pass, going to be nearly intercepted. As that is Alex Miller, who's been a key defender in this drive for Liberty North.
And Miller wishes he had this one back.
We're looking for the fullback Quigley, and Miller's going, oh man.
Does a great job of playing that route underneath. Luke Smith probably wishes he wouldn't have thrown that one, but fortunate enough, Miller drops it. He's going to get an opportunity here to put points on the board.
34-yard attempt, and this is Roch Cobb. Yes, sir, it is good.
Jays on the board.
And that is Caden Roch Cobb, the senior, in the Roch Cobb brothers kicking tandem.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. Exactly what the coaches, when they send you out on the field, it's what they're expecting. Put points on the board.
Well, his little brother had a good kicking day against Truman, hit them 35 and 29 because he was nagged by that hamstring injury, but he is back out there and kicking. It is his 2nd field goal make of the year, and Liberty on the board.
A good drive by Liberty. But they're working the ball down the field. Wendrick Williams, kind of the go-to guy on that drive. Liberty would like to have ended that in the end zone, but at the same time, you'll take points. Give your defense a little bit of momentum going back out on that field.
Zach Willingham Davis, deep back. So Warren Bennett III. Now this is the younger brother. This is Alec Roch Cobb. Kick it off for the Blue Jays. And it'll be picked off by Keyshawn Turner from the 20. Keyshawn, 15-yard return to the 35-yard line.
Just kind of nonchalantly took that ball out of the air with one hand on the run. Does a good job of picking up some good yards on that return. Sometimes you see those guys just fall down on the ball, but it's right here. Hey, that's me. I'm taking that upfield. Gives Liberty North good starting field position here.
It'll be Willingham Davis to the left of the quarterback. Jet sweep action to Warren Bennett III. And ran into some friendly fire and then finally cut it up for a short gain.
Tackled by Jackson White.
He's looking around going, my guys are in my way there as I tried to turn on the Jets.
2nd and 7.
Still able to get 3 or 4 yards on the play. Say 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles. Trying to go to 4-0 on the road. Down the street in Liberty. Pass down the field, broken up. Nice play there by Carell Simpson as they were targeting Luke Matthews down the sideline.
Van Dyne threw that ball on the run. Looked like he might have had time to kind of set his feet here. No, he didn't have. That defensive end was coming down on him. Good play by Simpson breaking that pass up.
Now listen to the Liberty home side turning up the noise for their defense. Third down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. No, they play action and throw over the middle. and complete the pass to midfield for a first down. How about a tough catch by Warren Bennett III?
Heck of a throw, heck of a catch right there. Van Dyne took a shot, Bennett took a shot. They were able to pick up the first down there. That's a big first down pickup for Liberty North as they move on
Great
to
play
Liberty's
action.
side of the field.
And Van Dyne paid the price by Henning hitting him as he threw it, and tough catch by Bennett, and moves the chains across midfield. First and 10. Willingham Davis. Short gain off the right side. He's hauled back on the play. There's Nate Berry.
Yeah, we haven't seen that too often tonight. The Liberty North running back getting stood up and gaining no extra yards, but right there, Liberty did a good job of getting blue hats around the ball.
Drake Smith involved in the stop, one of the safeties. Second down and long, facing Van Dyne. He wants to throw it, and he wants the deep ball down the field, and has his man in stride. It's Matthews for the North touchdown. 47 yards. Remember, he fumbled in the first half. Redemption for the Liberty North wide receiver as their vertical man, Luke Matthews, with a big one.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of throws downfield tonight, but right there you see Van Dyne throw an absolute strike to his receiver, hit him in stride. Great throw, great catch. Liberty North extends their lead now. Go up 11 here.
The freshman Craig, the extra point. And it's good. Just some post pattern action. You got the wind behind your back at 85 running down the field. Luke Matthews.
Matthews runs a great route. And can't give him enough credit right there to Van Dyne on that throw. Hitting Matthews in stride. Good job up front by the Liberty North offensive line, allowing Van Dyne to step up and make that throw. That's the biggest play of the game right there.
The Liberty North in their all white, loving that big play. As you take a look at the Hy-Vee scoring drive.
A 5-play, 65 yard, took 151 off the clock. A big third down conversion from Van Dyne to Bennett kept that drive going, and then Luke Matthews with the big 47-yard touchdown reception. He's got 2 receptions now on the night, 56 yards and that 1 touchdown.
His 3rd touchdown of the year. He is the vertical threat for North, and you saw it there. This will be Caden Dennis on the return from the 5-yard line. And he gets it out to the 22. 17 yards on the return.
So if you're Liberty, you still have 7:45 on the clock. But you're down 2 possessions, so you have to make sure that you're not wasting any time in between plays. You're getting your guys up to the line of scrimmage, making sure the play calls are getting in quickly. If you're Luke Smith, no negative plays. You don't have to force the ball into tight windows. Make sure you're making good reads on your passes.
This is a hydration break. They said they would have 1 per quarter, officiating crew, but this will be the last week they do these in the state of Missouri. Even the coaches getting a little water there. Got to give some love to the special teams guys. A nice play by Blake Teal coming down for the North Eagles, making the stop. The Blue Jays still have life because there's still a lot of time left. The big bomb was a quick score as there's Garrett Lynn with a bat down. That's his 2nd of the night.
Looked like
He also
the
has a
first play
sack.
of the game right there.
Just stuck that big left hand up and knocked it down. 2nd down and 10.
So we've seen Lynn be disruptive in the backfield, getting a sack, and now he's got 2 pass deflections. Clock stops on that incomplete pass.
out, and the receiver makes the catch and goes down. Not a tackler there. That's Quigley, the fullback, just lost his footing on the field turf at the 24-yard line, a gain of 2 yards on the play.
We saw in that Lee Summit game, first game of the year, Quigley was a go-to guy, catching a couple passes.
He has caught the football. It's his 5th catch of the year. And a 3rd down and 8. Smith throwing on the run and throwing incomplete on the Liberty sideline. Was Javion Byers with the coverage from Chase Jones and that big club on his right hand. Again, he broke his hand in the jamboree. I said, how did you break your hand? He said, got hit with a helmet right on that hand during the jamboree. That's the worst thing can happen in a jamboree. You don't want to get injured before you even play a regular season game.
Well, you heard some of the teams, the head coaches talk about, we didn't go to the ground on any of it. But
yeah, that's Kansas. They were just starting with their jamborees. Missouri's still in full effect. I guess they still play the full contact thing. As rugby-style punt sent down the field, just inside the 45, down near the 42-yard line. Yeah, you have different rules for jamboree. Some say let's let the guys go, and some guys say no tackling to the ground. We're going to keep it real light and easy, just a dress rehearsal. But
yeah, you've got to
never know.
Yeah, you've got to practice tackling. You got to practice those things, because once the games start, you got to be able to do those things. But at the same time, just keep your fingers crossed that nobody gets hurt. But glad to see he's able to come back out here and get some action.
This will be his first week. Coaches said he's still fighting to get back in shape. Officially spotted at the 43. 1st and 10 for North. Jet sweep to Bennett. And Warren gonna cut it back against the grain. And nice run by Warren Bennett III. It's about 8 yards, and just showed a great vision there to make the cutback. And he's frustrated he didn't get the first down, I think.
And watch Willingham Davis here with the lead block. Kind of clears out that linebacker, allowing Bennett to make that cut back upfield. Yeah, he takes out 2 guys right there. So even though they're not getting the ball, there's still a presence on that offense. Tell you what, man, these 2 running backs for Liberty North, they are 2 tough guys.
And then you throw in a slot guy like Bennett Jr. You get the speed guy. Here's the big burly back, and Isaiah Hall collects him, and only a yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 1. That's just big on big, and big Isaiah said, you're not getting the first down this time.
And you see the Liberty defenders trying to hold him up, trying to get in there, get that ball out, trying to force that turnover, doing whatever you can to get the ball back to your offense.
Isaiah, 600-pound squat, 300-pound bench, 3-year starter, first team all-league, definite college prospect. 3rd down and short, toss sweep, Keyshawn Turner, 1st down and a lot more as he takes it into Liberty territory down to the 41-yard line.
Jeunesse with a good block on the outside there. Turner to spring that run, get that 1st down.
Clock running. Liberty North leading 14-3, just over 5 and some change left in regulation.
They're in no hurry to get the next play off. Van Dyne, make sure that play clock's in the single digits before you snap the ball.
Turner stretching to the outside. Coming up and making the stop for the Liberty Blue Jays was Drake Smith, the safety man, going down low and limited the play to a 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 9.
Again, you're going to see that play clock getting down in the single digits. As long as that game clock is rolling, Liberty North feels like they have the advantage.
playing keep away right now. Keyshawn Turner just barreling through tackles. I'm telling you, you see Keyshawn Turner on the field. We saw him, Johnny. He's a big dude.
Yeah, and he's well proportioned. He's got those
6'2", 200-pound back. High school.
thick legs, broad shoulders.
I was thinking, boy, I would not want to tackle this guy for 4 quarters.
Well, you definitely are telling your boys you better stay low on him.
3rd down and 4.
When he gets around that corner, he's got that full head of steam.
Pass over the middle is caught for a 1st down to the 25-yard line by Garrett Lynn. So Lynn contributing on defense, the sack and a couple of bat downs. Forgot to come out on his special teams duties, but we'll let that slide as he got a big 1st down catch to the 25-yard line.
And you see Van Dyne just staying in the pocket. He knows he's going to take the hit. Does a good job of delivering that ball to Lynn. He takes a big shot at the end there, but picking up the 1st down, he'll take it.
Keyshawn Turner, nice jump step. We'll get it down to the 22-yard line, just outside the red zone. Clock continues to run. For Liberty, got a couple of timeouts you can use.
Well, you're just telling your guys you got to get in there and try and get that ball out any way that you can. But these running backs are tough. I mean, they're getting their shoulder pads out in front of the ball, so it's hard to even get your hand in there. You're just going to have to try and keep them upright, have a teammate come in and try and rip that ball out.
Van Dyne to throw, and this, you don't want to take a sack here. You'll throw it to Garrett Lynn, and all that work and didn't get much going. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage, but
he saw the pressure coming, turned to run the other way. There's a defensive end coming from that side, and he kind of does a Houdini trick and
got away.
Rolls out and completes the pass.
For a net 0 yards, but yeah, you don't want to take a sack back here.
What a great job of circling out of that, completing that pass. Clock stops because Lynn went out of bounds, but they'll definitely take the gain there rather than the sack.
And we'll get a timeout. Be taken by the Eagles.
And if you're the Liberty defensive coaches, you're telling your guys, you got to get in there. You got to try and get that ball out any way that you can. Got to get this ball back to our offense. If you're on the Liberty North side, you're telling your guys, hold on to the ball, stay in bounds, no stupid penalties. Obviously, the clock is our friend. So that's what Coach Jones is telling his team over there.
Seeing some folks hit the exits. And they're in white.
Maybe they're hungry, trying to get.
No, there's no traffic in Liberty. What are you talking about?
Liberty North will have a 3rd down here.
3rd down and 7 after the Eagles timeout. They'll give it off to Bennett III on the jet sweep, and he'll turn it up. He will not get the 1st down. As he is down near the 19-yard line, so they're still a couple yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down.
And I think Liberty took a timeout there.
So we're under 2 minutes to play in regulation.
Liberty has 1 timeout left. Liberty North does not have a timeout left.
One of the big stars tonight for this Liberty North defense, defensive end Garrett Lynn. They've only given up 3 points. This guy's been active on the defensive line for the Eagles.
Yeah, I thought this whole Liberty North defense has played pretty well. Lynn's done a good job getting pressure on the quarterback. couple pass deflections. Seen the linebacker Stevenson have a really good game. But you got to give a lot of credit to this Liberty North secondary. You guys have really shut down the vertical passing game that Liberty's tried to establish. Not giving up the big play.
In field goal formation.
Forcing Liberty to
19.
string together.
Well, they're going to give the freshman another crack at it, Johnny. 34-yard attempt for Blake Craig. Van Dyne to hold. Wind at his back.
Got it. Ooh, he missed it right.
Oh, just to the right this time. He's missed a couple to the left on pulls.
A couple guys celebrating that it was good. Threw me off.
A young freshman, 0 for 3 on the night.
First down, Blue Jays from their
Well,
own
he's
20.
got the leg for it. And
They don't give you those over the upright.
nope.
That looked pretty close. Could have gone either way.
So we stay at 14-3. Blue Jays will have it with 1:51 to play in regulation. And they're going to be in the hurry up. The ball is dropped. That will not help. As that is Blake Fordyce, big play wide receiver. Second down and 10.
Just looked like took his eyes off the ball at the last second there, trying to get upfield. You got to assume that his number is going to be called again. So he's got to be ready to shake that off and get back out there and make a play.
5 receivers in the set, going middle to the tight end Cahill across the 30. That'll be enough for a first down for Liberty.
That's good for a Liberty Blue Jay. First down.
Caleb also plays baseball at the high school. Father Jason, the athletic director at the school. Off balance throw wide and incomplete. Again, he was targeting Cahill.
Incomplete. Second and 10.
Good coverage downfield by Liberty North, forcing Luke Smith to just kind of throw that ball out of bounds. See if Liberty takes a shot downfield on third down here.
Quick pass to the flat is caught, but not much yardage gain.
To hurry up, get on the ball here.
That was Wentrick Williams the catch. Like Alex Miller, who's had a nice game defensively. Wentrick has his funny bone hit there as he's trying to shake it out on his elbow. Third down and 9. And another drop. And the Liberty Blue Jays are facing fourth down. Targeting Drake Smith.
Got to make sure if you're a Liberty North receiver that you get past the sticks here.
Fourth down and 9, down by 11, under a minute to play.
Had some success in the middle of the field. A couple times we've seen Book over the middle, so we'll see if they try and get somebody in the middle of the field here.
Quarterback going down and is sacked. And that is going to do it. As making the sack for the Liberty North squad. That's going to be Bogart, the nose guard. As that's going to pretty much wrap up the ball game. Big Nick, the junior nose guard, in his 3rd sack of the season. And it's going to be back-to-back North Eagles wins in this series. And the series, game number 5, will go to North.
Got to give a lot of credit to Andy Learman and his defensive staff. Liberty North guys came out here, executed on the defensive side. Weren't able to pitch the shutout, but did a good job of keeping Liberty out of the end zone.
Victory formation time for North. They're going to go to 4-0.
They'll have to snap it one more time here.
One more snap. Liberty going to drop to 2-2, 2-1 in the league, and Liberty North will go to 4-0 overall and 2-0 in the league. Greg Jones will celebrate a city rivalry game victory as he's won back-to-back. The series drawing closer. It's now 3-2 Liberty. Game 6 coming in 2020. Teams shaking hands. Good sportsmanship. This mandate, Missouri State High School Activities Association, and we're back to wrap things up on the Hy-Vee postgame show. Liberty North on the road is victorious. Well, Liberty North back-to-back wins in the Battle of the Birds and a low-scoring defensive struggle. And you mentioned, Johnny, that North defense, Coach Andy Lehrman, they've been good all year, but tonight only 3 points allowed. Got a long pass play to Matthews, got a rushing touchdown by Van Dyne, and the city rivalry goes to the team from the North.
Hard-fought game, both sidelines, both coaches obviously got to be happy with the way their guys played. We talked about that Liberty North defense. That's a tough defense. They're well coached, they're disciplined, they play well as a team. They're able to keep the Liberty Blue Jays out of the end zone. As for Liberty, well, you've got a chance to regroup here. You've got a lot of good pieces on the offensive side. Obviously, Williams is a handful on that side, but you got to give a lot of credit to the Liberty defense as well. I thought they came out here and played strong, gave their guys an opportunity to get this win.
Special thanks to the school's ADs. Jason Cahill of Liberty, Bob Cornell of Liberty North. Thanks to the coaches, Chad Freegon of Liberty and Greg Jones of North. Our producer, Joe Novacek, for Johnny Beck and our entire Spectrum Sports broadcasting crew. This is Kevin White saying so long from the Liberty Hospital Activity Complex. Our final once again in the Battle of the Birds for 2019. Liberty North wins a low-scoring game, 14-3. Next week we're in Staley, Lee Summit West at Staley. You've been watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Spectrum Sports as we say goodnight from Liberty, Missouri.